Yes, man, it's been a weird few years if you're a millennial. The government was doing this thing called student loan forgiveness. And I'm like, it's about time because I already forgave myself. How you think I got this coat? You know, that was the only way we were able to join the Illuminati. You know, we bought a house, which is very competitive if you're a millennial. It's like the Squid Games. Just to put a bid in on a house, we had to kill another couple. I'm not proud of that. But they were gonna buy the house in all cash. And I was like, we cannot have drug dealers in this neighborhood. You know, it was like they had to die. It was me and the HOA. We went and buried a body, but you can't talk about it. It's in the bylaws. You can't talk about it. You know, my friend was like, yo, I see you up there telling these jokes. How'd you afford to buy a house? And I was like, I don't know if guys remember, like, growing up, dudes would ask you, would you suck a dick for $1 million? You don't remember that, sir? That's crazy. I do. I don't know why you being shy. You're the one who asked me. You know, and I was like, make it 2 million, sir. Let's do this. Flip it and go buy some Bitcoin. I heard it's going up to the moon if I hodl. I've never owned a house before. They're like very into it, you know? Like so much so, I got into a fight with this dude that parked in my driveway. Now I know what you guys are thinking, Steven, it's just a driveway, but hear me out. I've never owned pavement before. It feels different. This one feels a little different. The guy didn't get it. He was going back and forth with me. He was like, yo, technically I'm on the street. Technically this is street parking. I'm like, yo, technically, screw you. We're still going back and forth. I realized that I'm in the house. He's on the street. We're still arguing. I get so overwhelmed, I say something I had never said before. I was like, yo, as a homeowner, I will get you towed. And I don't know if he saw a white woman in me, but I felt the spirit of Karen take over me. I started transforming. I was like, I knew the number for the mayor. I was like, London Breed, we have a problem. I never read a letter a day in my life, but I did that day. I was like, I'm taking down your license plate, sir. That UPS truck left immediately. I have not gotten mail in weeks, but the HOA is happy. The streets are clear. It's in the bylaws. I live there with my wife. I don't know if anybody's married, wants to get married. The only thing I can say is you gotta be honest, even when it's uncomfortable to do so. You know, that's why my wife is mad at me right now. She knows we met on the dating apps, but she has the nerve to ask me, how did you know that I was the one? And I said, well, you replied. It doesn't sound romantic, but I had to be honest about it. I put this resume a lot of places. You guys got back to me. And I love it here. I love, you know, the pension. I want to stick around. I'm a lifer. Okay, but I get it because, you know, we met on Tinder and we don't tell anybody that. Because I know what people say about Tinder, it's the hookup app, hit it and quit it. We didn't follow the instructions. And I know, I still got single friends. I asked them, I was like, yo, how you feel about the dating apps? He's like, I love Tinder, that's where all the hoes is at. I was like, you will not talk about my wife like that. I was like, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Come on now, we're back, baby. Yeah. Then he slapped me. He slapped the hell out of me. I was like, I shouldn't have. My bad, man. Man. I don't know, everybody's always into fighting, wanting to settle it with fists. I believe in peace, man, trying to find the common ground. Like, you ever get out of a fight by pretending you have a disability? You get? Okay, all right, be shy if you want to. I don't know, like, not like as a first option, but like, you know, just maybe you do fight, flight, or like, you know, fetal alcohol syndrome, but no, because here's the thing. I was at this smoothie shop, right? And I hear these two dudes arguing. They're going back and forth. One dude says to the other, yo, I'll kill you. Slaps the hell out of him. I turn and look. I'm like, yo, this is a smoothie shop, not a Waffle House. What's going on? The guy makes eye contact with me. He says the scariest thing I ever heard. He's like, what the fuck are you looking at? And that's when I lost my vision. I went from Steven to Stevie Wonder. I was like, well, what? A piano popped up. I was like, very superstitious. Writing on the wall. I felt like Thelma from Scooby-Doo. I was like, Jinkies, where are my glasses? I know. Now you guys may be asking yourself, why was I so afraid of this dude at a smoothie shop? And I'm not saying he had a gun, but he had gun energy. Does that make sense? Very strong 9mm vibes. It looked like his initials were NRA, okay? While all this is going through my head, the dude yells back out, "The fuck are you, deaf?" And that's when I lost my hearing. I was like a bat using sonar. I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. Got my ass out of there. Do whatever you can to maintain peace. My wife and I, we got a pet. I didn't want it. She was like, well, Steven, you work from home. I don't want you to get lonely. So she got me a dog. Xbox would have been cool. I don't know why I needed more responsibility. Like, I'm not responsible enough. You know, I've had pets before, but I've never been financially responsible for a pet, okay? And you never know how much a pet is a part of your family until you see the bill for one, right? Like, not a couple bucks for like a shot. I'm talking about a bill so high, you have to ask yourself, how good of a boy is he? You know? Okay, like obviously you're always going to be there for your pet because your pet is always there for you, right? Like that's how captivity works. And just because they're prisoners of love doesn't mean they're not family, because then what are kids, right? Everything is mathing, right? But some numbers test you, you know? Like right now my vet is trying to charge me $7,000 to give my dog a surgery. Plastic surgery. I was like, I can't afford a doggy BBL. That wasn't in the cards. We might have to send him to the Dominican Republic. I didn't bank on this. But the doctor was like, look, man, like the dog's crown doesn't fit in the box, right? Like he's like kind of halfway out like a Hot Pocket most of the time. And they said that's not good because he's a Chihuahua. He's too low to the ground for that type of artillery. But he's a black Chihuahua, so he's like, I'm very comfortable. I know what to do with this, right? Like he's comfortable. But I was like, $7,000, like I can't afford to do that. So the doctor was like, alternative method, what you can do is you can take some lube, rub it around, push it in. I was like, I can't give my dog a hand job, you know, like I live in San Francisco, but I'm not at the forefront of San Francisco. Like this young man, you know, sucks toes. I'm not ready for that.